Hello everyone, I am Erika of Beadingschool.com and you are watching Coffee Time with Erika, my weekly BD broadcast. Today you have a wonderful chance to get to know my good friend and colleague Andrea better. But before we would start, please let me know if you can hear me, if you can see us and hear us. And I would like to greet Rita and Catherine and Heather and Andrea very much. I'm so happy that you are
Thank
here.
you. Hi, ladies.
Also, thank you so much for making me a tea last minute.
You're welcome. She just wanted to distract me.
Yes.
Good job.
Yes, by giving you an important task last minute, 4 minutes before we would join. And Violetta is here, and Linda says, hello, Erika and ladies can hear and see great on Facebook. So it seems that the techie stuff is all right. And Sherry is here also. Anita is here. Linda also on YouTube. Wonderful. So Andi just arrived today, actually just a few hours ago. How are you? Did you manage to calm down a bit after traveling all the way from Slovakia?
Yes. Erika did her best to calm me down. She started that if I want a shot for the life. But I'm on an alcohol detox, so no shocks today.
You were like, I should not say too many embarrassing stuff when you start with a shot. That's hilarious. Okay. We also have here in the meanwhile Asta and Jessica, Ingrid, Nicolene is here, Laura is here, Jennifer. Wonderful. But before we would start about how do we actually know each other with Andrea, how she joined Beading School and all our adventures since that time, then first of all, we would like to say that we were thinking of everyone who is in the area affected by the hurricane. And I really hope, ladies, that you are all right and all your loved ones are all right. We have a community post in the Beading School Club, so please keep sharing. How are you? If you are okay, if you need emotional support, and please go there, spend time with your fellow beaders to ground yourself and thinking of you during these hard times. Sending big hugs to everyone. And besides that, we also have a very happy and cheerful task. As last week we posted a little challenge and we asked you that where would you like to go in the sparkly socks that Andi originally received as a gift from Preciosa. And today we are going to choose the winner together, the lucky winner who can wear the Preciosa sparkly socks. So, Andi, before you would choose a number, how was the visit? What was it about?
It was very interesting. It's always interesting. And actually, the visit before, I gifted these socks to one of the Preciosa people, and then he
brought it back.
He brought it back, improved,
sparkled up
indeed. So I was thinking that it would be nice to give away on Facebook for one of you ladies.
So these socks, they were actually made by a family manufacturer in Slovakia with the Beading School logo. And then they traveled to the Czech Republic to the Preciosa Crystal Factory as the gift from you to our partner.
Yes.
And then he sparkled it up with some Preciosa crystal, gave it back to you as a gift.
Yes.
And now the socks will travel somewhere else.
I'm curious where it will travel.
Me too. Where would you like to travel, Andi?
Me?
If you were the sock.
If I were the sock, to India. Or to
Oh.
my younger self, maybe in India.
So such a good answer. Why India?
I love India. I don't know, it's my go-to country, I think, for feeling better or just relaxing. I love the food, I love the people.
You were there many, many times, and I know that it really impacted you also as a person, as your character. So before we would actually start talking about everything else that we prepared for our dear beaders, I know that since this is such a beloved topic for you, first please tell me a number. I will count the comments, and in the meanwhile, while I am counting, please tell the ladies, how did India impact you, or why is it so important for you? But first the number, okay?
It should be from 1 to 10?
No, it should be from 1 to 38, because there are 38 comments on the socks.
So 17.
17. Okay, I will go counting, and please talk about India.
You said that you will not leave me alone here, so the first second you do.
I need to count.
Okay, so sorry. So India, why do I like India? I love the food, very spicy. It's delicious. And I love to do yoga and meditation there. Usually I feel like I'm going home when I travel there, which is interesting because I had nothing to do with India until I think my early 30s.
How old were when you were in your early 30s? That's when you went for the first time. And how many times did you go actually?
I don't know, a lot. A lot. I spent several months in India. First in private, and then one of my job was bringing me there as well. So I got to know the business side of India as well, which is very, very different than the yoga or the traveling side of India.
By the way, Andi is also a yoga teacher. You have so many talents. You have so many talents. At the beginnings, you were also thinking about doing yoga in the Treasury together with the ladies. Maybe that can happen in the future again.
Would be nice.
Would be nice. In the meanwhile, I found the comment. It's from Robin. And she wrote, I would wear the socks to an international beadworkers retreat in the United Kingdom. Dreaming. So it's Robin who won the socks. Let's try to remember, and then we will let the Treasury ladies know. And Nicolene is asking, what should you ladies do now? Nothing, thank you so much. No, it was Andi's task to say a number, so she was great.
Thank you.
You said a great number. I'm sure Robin agrees. So, back to thank you so much for your help, and congratulations, Robin. And we are wishing you many, many, many happy memories wearing the socks, and I hope that you will enjoy it very much.
Maybe you can share a picture where you go first time.
Indeed, that would be so nice. And now back to our main topic. So we have an ongoing series, Get to Know the Beadingschool team. And you already had the chance to meet Adam, you had the chance to meet Zuzi and ask them questions, and now it's Andi's turn to introduce her a bit better, and this is your opportunity to ask her questions. I have some questions prepared, so first we will go through that, and then at the end there will be a bit of time when Andi can answer your questions. Timmy is also here, by the way. I know that you will be very happy when you see her popping up.
For sure.
So, actually, I think the very first question that I have prepared might be the hardest one, because even I am sometimes unable to answer that well.
Maybe before we go into the questions, I'm so sorry.
Do you need to go to the toilet?
No. No, but that was a good one. Okay, now I'm becoming totally. But no. I just wanted to share you with ladies that I did my best to postpone this live
True.
forever and to never.
She was sabotaging. She was sabotaging this.
Indeed.
Seriously.
I was like, can Adam go first, maybe? Is there someone else?
Because I asked you right away.
Yes. So I really was trying hard here to postpone, and I think I managed with a year, right? A bit maybe
Something
more
like
than a year.
Well, you are really good at everything that you set your mind to accomplish. Postponing a live interview, it was one of them, apparently. But besides this, you do many different things. So the hard question is, what do you do at Beadingschool? Because there is so much that you make happen. You are responsible for so many things happening. You come up with so many ideas. You care for such a diverse range of things happening at Beadingschool. Can you give us a little taste of that? That what is happening there?
Mhm.
What do you do during a normal week? Is there a normal week?
Not too many normal weeks. This was actually the question. Erika shared 2 questions with me up front, so I'm a lucky one with this, and this was one of them. So I was like, oh, I can prepare for this, and then I started to think like, okay, I do this, and like all. And I was actually thinking that maybe I will ask the ladies, do you know what I'm doing?
That's a good one, Andi. Because, well, also thanks to your sabotage, very successful sabotage, it's mostly me on the screen. You have appeared on the screen when I was sick, for example, and the whole team, you guys immediately stepped up, and it became such an emotional time for me. I was also like very weak after the concussion with the health issues in Mexico, which did not make me feel well. And then into this, all these emotional things happening, that I knew that this is such a big task, but everyone, you, Zuzi, Nitti, stepped up right away to help me out.
I think we had a lot of sleepless nights.
I'm so sorry about that.
No.
But
Of
like,
course, it's not your fault. But it's really
know,
for sure, out of my comfort zone. But sometimes it's good to stretch these things. So 1 year, but I managed, or you managed, I have to say. So can anyone guess what I'm doing?
We still didn't know any. We still don't have any answers. We just have very nice ones. Nicolene says, I understand the delay. I would not like it either, but it is nice to get to know you.
Thank you.
And Heather says, we have never bitten anyone that I know of.
That's a lovely answer.
And Sharon says, that's okay. We are all friends here. It's nice to be able to get to know you a little better. Angelina says, do you manage the treasury perhaps? What would you say about that?
I'm trying. I'm trying to do that indeed. That's one of my tasks.
One. Sherry says, do you keep the inventory and ordering?
Oh, I can see that the guests are getting better and better and closer and closer.
Nicolene, do you play the violin, by the way?
No. My grandpa did.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Lita says, running the show behind the scenes.
I think that's the closest answer so far. I was thinking like how to answer, and this was kind of my answer, that I do most of the things what you don't see or what is not really known.
Yeah, that you maybe don't even imagine that it's necessary to do. Can you give us an example?
An example?
What is like something that you took care of recently, and the ladies might see the result, but maybe they don't know how much work is behind that task?
So I think 2 weeks ago on Saturday, I like to work on Saturdays because nobody's in the office and no one asks me questions. So sorry. And then I can manage a lot of things. And I came in and everything was really all right. I did a lot. And Monday morning, I get into the office and all our walls in the office where I'm sitting with Timmy were affected with molds and water. So the next day we had to move out, and that was very, very stressful because we needed to find a place where we go and arrange all the moving. And I don't know how we managed this in a day, but I know that 6 of the girls from the office, we were running up and down for a full day and moving all the goodies from Timmy, all the secret goodies, which will be coming, I think, in the Advent period. I think it was like almost like 500 kg of stuff, which we carried down 3 floors to the almost the basement, I would say, or the ground floor.
Without an elevator. Yeah. I thought actually first when you said what's happening that you are moving part of the office only 1 floor below, and then you said that it is like 3 floors difference.
Yeah.
And then you actually also told me that the office where you were moving, it was originally not empty. First you started with convincing someone to move out.
Indeed.
That's just a bit of a taste of what she's doing.
Yeah, it was a pretty big office and only one person was sitting there, so it wasn't that difficult, but still. But we managed to change. So I owe him a big thank you, or maybe a dinner.
By the way, some ladies are asking if you are doing administration or bookkeeping.
Yes, this is an awesome question. My mom does the administration and bookkeeping, and she constantly gives us a hard time that we are very bad with keeping things right. So thank God that she's there and she has an eye for this and for all the cents and dots everywhere to be correct.
Yeah, the best case is when she asks if I have, for example, the invoice or receipt for something, and I go through all the pockets, I go through all the bags, and I manage to like find it somewhere, and I pull it out, and it's like totally torn and totally like it's not how it should look like, and yeah. That's how. Yeah. Or
that's how it goes.
Skills are about bookkeeping.
Yes.
I'm so happy that we don't have to do that. We actually have like an external bookkeeping company, and Andi's mom, she's like taking care of preparing everything for them and being in touch with them.
Yes, and everything what we would have forget, then she makes sure that it's not forgotten.
Yes. Yes, we are very grateful to her. Maybe she should do an interview one day. Okay, so that was the first question, what you do at for Beadingschool.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to now jump back in history. We will get back to Beadingschool stories, of course, but first let's talk about our beginnings. So often, our readers, you are surprised that me and Adam, we are together for 22 years. But actually, Andi and me, we do have longer history, even longer history than that, because we actually went to high school together. I was 14 and you were 15 when we first met. And we spent 4 years together, also with Timmy. And a lot has happened back then and since then. So do you remember how we met for the very first time?
No, I don't, unfortunately. Erika already tested me when I arrived, like, do you remember how we met? And I was like, oh, I really don't remember. So I'm as curious as you might be to know how did we meet.
Okay,
I hope it's not an embarrassing story.
No, this is not an embarrassing story.
No, okay, good.
So I think the embarrassing stories came a little bit later.
I was already told that I shouldn't share some of the stories.
Only one. There is just one story.
I know more.
Yes, she knows a lot more.
I only remember the embarrassing stories, and she said like, share the cute, nice ones. And I was like, oh, okay.
I was not the cute, nice one.
No, but the stories.
So how we first met. We actually, three of us became like good friends kind of during high school. So there was a classmate called Anna, and you knew each other since you were very little. And just before high school, she moved to the village where I grew up. So Anna and me used to travel by the bus together. And on the very first day of the school, we went together to high school. And you were waiting for Anna in the park with the water tower,
Mm-hmm.
And you were the first classmate that I met because she introduced me to you. And I was so happy that you are also my size, because I expected that I will be the small one.
Okay, I beat everyone in that. I was the smallest
too. But actually the three of us were the small ones by coincidence. So that's how it happened.
Okay, that's a nice story.
That was cute, right? Was that cute? So that was something that I remembered. But do you have some favorite memories? Cute ones.
Cute
ones. It should not involve like...
I know, okay.
Yeah.
It will not involve the stuff we discussed earlier in the coffee shop.
Exactly.
Good. I actually remember, and I remember it because my mom used to remind me on this one that Erika was coming to our home to dye her hair. So I think it was the first time that I dyed her hair red. I think 14 or 15, something
15.
like that, 15. And apparently she also remembers that I did cut her hair. I don't remember that part, but she said it went really good. So
at 15, Andi, I was okay with it. And thank you for like daring to do that.
I wanted to be a hairdresser back then, so I was happy to have someone to try it on. You were very brave.
Yeah, I really wanted red hair. And then I wore red hair for 15 more years. So you
very
probably,
long time.
Yeah, you probably did a good job because I stick to it. So thank you, Andi, for that. Do you have anything else that comes to your mind from high school?
I have one story, but I think you can.
Is that an embarrassing one?
Yes, you can tell that one.
Which one?
About the bird.
Ah, yeah. I wouldn't say it's embarrassing.
Yeah, well, not for you.
No, Erika is not nervous. Erika is actually just having really lots of fun today.
I was the one who was super nervous.
Yeah.
She did everything to calm me down. She was very nice. We went for a walk in the rain, but walking and singing in the rain, maybe that's the next thing which we do today. Yeah, so I'm the nervous one, not Erika.
Yeah, but back to that story. It's actually something that also shows how hard you work and how much perseverance you have when you decide to do something. So we had this physics teacher. You remember?
Yes.
We had a very hard time in school.
Yes, very hard.
It was...
What was surprising for me afterwards that at the university I was really excellent from physics after sucking through whole high school. He made us really like learn a lot and in hard way, I have to say.
Yeah.
But in the university it really paid off.
Yeah, I can see that. But back then it was very stressful.
Yes,
he was not really a people person, I would say. And we had to work super hard. Like when we complained once, then he said like, it is possible to study physics for 4 hours a day, isn't it? So those were the expectations, so you see. But one easy way to actually like get a better mark was if your notebook was nicely written. That if your notes were like with a nice handwriting, if the diagrams were neat. So one
I
weekend,
love diagrams. That's why probably I
Yeah.
went for this task.
yeah, so what you did was that you spent a whole weekend rewriting and redrawing your whole notebook, hoping for one good mark finally.
I needed it desperately, you know, so I had to do the extra, not so smart, but hard work.
And again, we met before the school building, and the school building, it's like an old historical building full of pigeons. Oh, sorry, my I started to bleed.
It's okay.
It's okay. Okay. So, what happened that you were showing us the notebook and in front of the school building that, look at this. This is so beautiful. I did it. I was working on it during the whole weekend. And thank you so much, Andi. And then what happened?
I will not say.
So, as Andi was showing us her notebook that she wanted to show to the physics teacher, and we were still standing in front of the school building, then one of the pigeons just
Drop a present.
yes, in the middle of the new physics notebook. Sorry for
I
still
wanted to
laughing
say shit
about
happens,
that.
but I'm not sure that's allowed.
I already swore, like under my, because you make me feel so giggly again, so I blame you for that. Sorry.
Okay. That's my fault, ladies.
Usually I'm cute, and now I said shit like 5 times already.
If you are watching for the first time, this is not the usual setup.
Yes, let's go back to cute now, right? No, it's fine. But actually, after high school, we also there were times when we weren't in touch that much, but we had then really, really, really beautiful adventures also later. So, no, this is the one that I want to show first. So, can you tell us about that picture, Andi, please? Who is on that picture? First of all.
So that's then an easy question. So the red hair, like we discussed, that's Erika. In the middle is our nowadays English teacher, Fatimi, and then the small one, of course, in purple, that's me.
Yeah, Fatimi, she helps with English lessons in the Treasury, so she's also kind of like
part of the
part
team.
of the team.
Extended part, yes. And we went together. I don't even know how this setup came up actually, but we went to Malaysia, Singapore, and Borneo, I think.
Yeah, the Malaysian part of Borneo together. Yeah,
I think one of my biggest trips before I went to travel alone.
Yeah, 10 years ago, exactly.
10 years ago?
Mm-hmm. That's why we look so young on that picture. So that's us on the airplane.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember this, Andi?
Actually, no. Can you tell?
By the way, Steven is here and he would love to see the high school yearbook. We do have one, right?
We do, yes.
We do have one. We should look it up afterwards.
Yeah, you were a great student.
I do know where it is.
Yeah, and you were a great student, so you are in there. I wasn't, so I'm not in there.
I also feel like I wasn't, but
you were for some like
for those subjects that I liked.
Yes.
And for the rest, to keep the tradition of this broadcast, I didn't give a shit. So, but do you remember this picture?
I remember the picture, but I don't remember like why we took it. I can come up with something with the leaves, of course. But if you remember, then you can share.
The 3 of us went on a hike in the jungle. We actually slept in the jungle.
Yeah, that I remember.
And in the village where we started out from, there was a limited number of guides. and we went very late to the office. And they, instead of giving us a guide, because every guide was already booked for that day, they just gave us a map. The map was an A4 paper and like maybe 5 lines drawn with hand. And they told us like, okay, girls, this is the way. And off we went to the jungle for 2 days.
And the guy, what I remember that the guy said that the lines might be different because if it rains, then the paths are changing.
Yes, our trees are falling, and we actually had to like go through a river, like
Yes. So much fun.
tie deep in the river. We had to like climb through trees which were falling, which fall on the street, on the roads or paths or whatever. And also one of the advice was like, if you see fresh elephant shit, then run.
I think they just wanted to scare us.
We actually saw elephant poop.
Thank you, Erika. Let's continue.
So I remember that we were scared like
Yes,
hell, but
yeah.
we survived.
Before the dark, I think that we
Yes.
will not arrive to the place where we want to sleep.
Yeah, but we managed. We managed so much, and we were never afraid of new adventures. Neither are we nowadays with Beadingschool tasks, but on the
Look at the live video.
Yes, but it's happening on that picture, Andi.
So we wanted to taste the durian or durian. I don't know.
Durian, I think.
Well,
Have you ever eaten it, ladies? Have you ever
do you like it? Maybe.
Have you ever smelled it? I might prefer elephant poop. Because this is what happened afterwards. Yeah, so I just wanted to illustrate with it how we are not afraid of new adventures, even if we don't know how the outcome will be. And we deal with stuff together. And even after all the challenges and discomfort, I think we grew a lot during that trip. We had like many challenges and adventures. And I'm so happy that we went back then.
Yes, me too.
Wow.
This is not my favorite picture, though, I have to admit.
I had to convince her to show this, but I think we are cute on it. This is a cute one.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. And actually traveling is something that we both love. And it is also very much part of our Beadingschool life recently.
Yes. I think that was our dream, that we could travel more via Beadingschool. And I think this is the beginning of it. And if we would share the 2027 or 2028 plans, then there should be even more of that.
Hopefully, yeah. But this, what I'm starting to show on the picture, this takes us back from high school and other adventure times to Beadingschool times. And this was actually our first trip in 2021, I think. I forgot to mark the date. So this was 2021. And Andi, what is on the picture?
It's our favorite coffee place in Prague. We discovered it way before Beadingschool, I think, because there was a time when both of us lived in Prague.
That was a coincidence.
That was a coincidence. Actually, I think we were like following each other to countries.
Yes, totally.
And if we go to Prague, which is just a step from Jablonec, the Crystal Valley, then we always go here to have a cake. Eric always the coffee. I'm having coffee only this year, so she was teaching me hard to start liking coffee. Actually,
character development.
Yes.
This is character
I'm still
development.
keeping my tea though. But indeed. So we always step here. Sometimes even our some of our distributors are joining us here.
Yeah, Hinek was with
Yeah,
us.
Hinek and
Hinek.
Edina. We Hinek, yes,
Hinek.
Hinek and Edina. We went here, I think in May, something like that. In the spring somewhere. Sometime.
And Susie was also there.
Yes, with Susie.
Of course.
Yes,
Of course, Susie also loves this place. And then this is us again, already in the crystal valley.
Oh, I'm drinking coffee there. Or was it just given to my hand
for
the picture?
Andi, I think you just liked the coffee cup.
Oh, maybe, yes. I'm always looking for good cups.
And this is Hinek, yes. We were visiting him. And that was the time when I had some serious health issues, actually, and I had to walk with crutches. And you helped me also again. So, oh my God, this is a repetitive story that Erika somehow gets health issues and then you are helping out. The pattern should be stopped now. I really hope I won't get myself into these kinds of adventures anymore. But indeed, this was like such a nice time. Adam was also with us back then. Andi, this picture, what does it tell you?
Oh, I have 2 socks because I'm always cold.
Like one on top of another?
Yes. I also asked not to share this picture because it's a bit embarrassing, but
okay,
we are trying to share
yes.
the truth of yes. I said yes. You are very convincing. But it's the reality of us. This is how our first strategy meetings went.
Yes, this is actually one of the first planning meetings.
I think this was the time when we were planning the academy.
Might be. Actually, I'm sure that we still have the drawings from back then. We always love to come together at least once a year. Now we made it into a tradition in that in January we have to meet and then we do a big revision of the previous year and we talk about plans. We have some ideas like what could happen realistically during the upcoming 12 months.
Realistically, that's the key word.
Yeah, what are dreams for the more distant future? So this is how it looked like at the very beginning. And this is the end of the trip.
Am I having a shot there?
No, it was not a shot. It was we were tasting fruit wines. Mm-hmm. This was the very last evening before we would say goodbye back then in the Crystal Valley. Mm-hmm. And we had some strawberry wine or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't fancy strawberry. I have to say. Really?
Yeah, I think it's nice. And yeah, that was the first trip with Beadingschool. But let's talk a bit about history besides the pictures.
Before we go in there, I was talking to Stephen that maybe our next trip should be to the US to him.
Stephen, we would love that. I have never been to the States before, except the Beat and Button show, and except sleeping at some airports during transfers. So we would love to visit you, Stephen and Beatsmith. We know that you are watching. We saw you commenting. It would be great. But now back to Beadingschool history. So Andi, when was it and how did you join Beadingschool? Did you join Beadingschool?
Mm-hmm. I think Erika remembers this also better than me, but it was more or less a coincidence. So New Jersey is super duper exciting, Steven says. We are looking forward.
I'm sure. Do you have fruit wine? Or elephant poop?
Oh my. This will be our most watched video.
I think so too. He has beads. That's the best. That's the best.
So we were just talking, I think, before Christmas, like a private talk, and I was saying that I have this job, and it's a bit like not that exciting what I was hoping for. And then Erika was like, "So why don't you come and check us out? I would need someone who would organize things for me at home." And I'm like, okay, why not? And I did go there for November and December. And I think the last day of November, we decided to do the first Advent show.
Indeed, the first Advent calendar adventure. It was like 2 days before the 1st of December, I think, when I entered the meeting, like, ladies, I have an idea.
And I was quickly learning how to use a drawing, what was it, program, so that I can put together the daily...
the announcements.
The daily announcements, yes, they were all different. So
yes. None of them with the typeface with the font that we were using, actually.
Exactly.
But they were all done.
Yeah, we're all done. Indeed.
That was the most important.
Yes, I really enjoyed it because it's I never did anything like that before, so I was very happy with them. And back then it was a good start. So, and afterwards we got together and we discussed that this is really fun.
It was fun.
And then what did happen? Because I don't remember.
Shortly after we started to work together, you said that you want to actually do it like together and not like work for us, but like to be in it together.
Yeah.
And like it was such a good click. And like when you joined Beadingschool, it was like a release of all the energy and all the potential, and you were the first person who really could make me believe that this can be like, this can have a positive impact on the lives of so many people out there. Like, you are such an enabler of good energies. And that goes not only for me, but I know that everyone who has the opportunity to get in touch with you, or friends, designers, or colleagues, now that Aniko is also working with us, I still have to tell you that, but we were talking about how nice it is to work with you together. Or I know that also our partners like Steven or Heinek or anyone, like, we love working with you. You are a true enabler that you really make us feel
if
that...
I knew that you would say these things, I would not delay this this video with a year.
So like I even when there were some difficulties and it happened that I didn't feel great and I got myself overwhelmed because I didn't do my planning in so wisely, or just an external factor happened and like I felt like this is too much, then you could always calm me down, even if we were like only calling through Zoom, but it always felt like you are holding my hand and that we are in it together. And now I'm going to cry probably. Thanks that you already brought me a napkin because my mouth started to bleed, so I can like hide my tears. But thank you so much, Andi.
Thank you for saying these words. It's very kind.
This is how I feel. This is the truth.
Thank you.
Aniko is saying yes. And hopefully Steven will also chip in and say something nice. I love making him feel uncomfortable. Sorry, Steven. And yeah, so thank you for that. Like, Beadingschool would not be here without you. It would not be how it is. It would...
Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't prepare for this.
So yeah, thanks.
Thank you
And
too.
mm, and yeah, I'm trying to now get back to my questions. I'm so glad that I wrote them down, because now it's hard to like get out of the emotional phase. So
I think we are going into our dreams, and maybe this.
there is something. Sorry, I don't want to skip that.
Okay, sorry.
If you think back of those times when you joined, maybe 5 years ago, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how was Beadingschool back then, and how is it now? What do you see as the biggest difference?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Phew. There is a big difference for sure. But just to go back to your kind words, I'm really happy that I'm part of this team and that we are building something together. And it's also a very personal thing because I worked for big companies where you are kind of lost between or in between all the people. But this is something where I feel that we can make the difference in our lives and in people's life. For example, when we started, we were 2, 3 girls, and now I was checking with my mom. There's 20 people on our payroll, which makes me feel very proud that we are providing to ladies opportunities to work for a nice little family friendly company.
Yeah.
It's very important for us to create a good atmosphere and a nice company culture where we all feel actually welcome.
Yes.
And I hope Timmy can confirm this.
Timmy, are you there? Zuzi is here, so she can also confirm.
And I think this was one of the biggest difference that we grew and that with the ideas you have and all this creative vision on how to go further with Beadingschool, we are creating opportunities back at home for ladies. I love the fact that we can also provide part-time jobs, which is almost impossible to find, especially for young moms or for elderly ladies who would need a little bit of extra help. So I love this part, and of course, thank you, Susie. And of course, this is one part of it, and the other part is if we go. This would be maybe the internal part, and if we go to external part, it's awesome to work in a company which brings joy to people via a craft or a DIY market, and helps with mental health, or when you ladies have difficult times, so that we can create an environment where you feel welcome and home, and is enabling you to share your when you are doing well or when you are not doing so well, and that you are supporting each other, and that Erika brings this awesome energy that everything is fine, the good is fine and the bad is fine as well. So this would be the other part of what I like and what we are building together in front, Erika, and in the back me. Maybe also just a little clue that how we work together. It's Erika does everything what you ladies see, or what comes from her heart via designs, and I'm doing the things in the back, and I think we can collaborate very well, because both of us are doing our passions, and they are very different passions, I would say, and they can come together very nicely.
Exactly, like we start together with the plans and the brainstormings, and then like we divide it into your part and my part, and then again we come back together, and it's just it's such a nice way how the puzzle really fits together.
We also needed to learn to work
Yes.
together. We had some difficult times or tough times when we wanted to go to each other's throat, I would say, or when we were feeling very annoyed by each other.
I think it's normal, especially when luckily Beading School is on a good journey of growth, thanks to you ladies. But it also was sometimes stressful.
Yes,
And
yes.
it's normal that we needed to figure out
Yeah.
how to work well together.
I never been married, but this is how I imagine a marriage. It looks like in good, in bad, and yeah. So.
And I have never had a kid, and I will not have a kid. But for me, this feels like we have a child together.
Indeed.
We are co-parenting, and a year or two ago, actually, we had our high school reunion, the 20th. When was
Oh my
it?
God.
2 years ago already. And then everyone has to stand up and tell about her life or his life. And usually it's like everyone says like, yeah, I'm married or not married. I have 1 child, 2 children, 3 children. And I said like, yeah, I have a kid together with Andi. And it's Beading School for me. So you're an amazing co-parent.
Thank you.
And Andi, so what is your dream for the future with Beading School and beyond?
And beyond, Beading School and beyond. I like the path we are on, so I would like to continue with this. I don't know how much I can share about the actual dreams or plans. I think it involves more designs, more travels, and I don't know what I can share. Maybe moving to a bigger place.
Definitely moving to a bigger place.
Maybe having a place in Amsterdam.
Definitely having a place in Amsterdam besides my guest room.
This is the full size of the room, so the 2 of us can sit in here and that's it. So Erika needs a little bit bigger, let's call it the fancy way, like atelier or
yeah,
office.
I think back in Slovakia you need a comfier place now also for the Treasury, and also for me this is a healthy stage in my life when my bedroom and my office are more than 2 meters from each other. And maybe when my office is more than 6 square meters. So it's wonderful. I loved it, but this is definitely something that we need to make happen in 2026 for you in Slovakia and for me.
Maybe 25 even.
Yeah, 25. It's 24 now.
Yes.
Thank you, Andi. That's how important she is. She knows what's the year. But also she knows very well, often better than me, that what's happening in the Beading School Treasury. So we also would like to share from that something from today. But before we would do that, then I would also like to tell you that we have prepared a new opportunity for you to get Veronka's new mold tray tutorial. I know that this is basically one of those favorites that you were looking forward to. She designed it from the Bird of Paradise box. And we will publish this tutorial next week on Wednesday. But you can also get it as a gift in case that from today's coffee time and next week's coffee time with Erika, you decide to place an order in the Beading School bead shop, beadingschool.com, for at least €49, $54, or £43. It needs to be one order after discounts and after coupon codes or gift cards. And then we will be in touch the next day in an email with your gift. So this is an opportunity to to get Veronka's tutorial as a gift. And it's really worth it to check out what's happening in the Beadingschool Treasury, in the new in the beach shop and the Treasury restock section. And I will share our screen now, but also in the meanwhile, I will look at the questions that
I have already 2 questions which I'd like to answer.
Okay, wonderful. I will put this on the screen, but we can already. Do you want to read the question?
Yes, I like Lita's question.
Lita's question.
Yes. How hard it is to say no to Erika?
Is it?
Usually the problem is the opposite way, that I would like to say yes to everything what Erika wants to do, especially when it comes to designs and these kind of things. But sometimes I need longer deadlines to make some things happen. So I think it's very rare that I would say no to something, no?
I think it's lately the opposite.
Really?
That I'm trying to convince you to slow down and take care of yourself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I keep repeating that.
Mm-hmm. So it's maybe more difficult to say no to me.
It's not difficult to say no to you. Like, you very well understand it, that sometimes it just doesn't fit on my plate or on our plate. We learned it the hard ways. Many times.
Yes, indeed.
But I think, this is something that I keep repeating to you, that please take good care of yourself, Andi.
I'm a workaholic. We have to share that. So this is why Erika is saying. And the other, I hope this answered the question, Lita. And Corinne is asking about shipping to Israel. So Erika was asking me as well. I'm talking to 3 companies now which are shipping worldwide, and we are trying to find a solution which would be cost-wise acceptable for this period of time until the post will start. So I hope to finalize it soon. I have a delay there, I have to admit. We were hoping to finalize this still in the summer, but it was simply not possible, not because of us, but most of the companies were closed, so the replies were taking forever, and they were also not really knowing the situation. So everyone is very careful to promise things or to give us a contract, let's say, to certain countries at the moment. But I was just on the phone with them yesterday, and will be again on Friday. So I hope that we will start shipping soon.
Thank you, Andi. I know that you are also working on the Swedish postage situation, but simply like during the summer, it took sometimes week until someone got back to us. So unfortunately, that is like part of the situation why it's taking a bit longer than we expected. But you ladies are not forgotten. We are keeping an eye on you, on everyone. So as soon as it is humanly possible, she's doing everything what's humanly possible and more. With everything, we will make it happen. Is there something else that you would like to answer?
Anna is asking, let me just read. When Erika first told you about her beading hobby, she didn't have to tell me, because we could see it under the table in high school that she was always knitting something.
No, I was reading.
No, you were already knitting these triangles, you know?
You're right. I was crocheting.
Yes, I just remember triangles, sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
And so about the hobby, she didn't have to tell me. And when she opened her first shop, what did you think? I don't remember. I don't know. I was thinking that she's very brave. And did you ever envision getting swept away in her hobby? No, never. Actually, I sometimes still cannot believe today that I'm working with beads. But I love it. I love the part that we are keeping the DIY market, and also the fact that most of the beads are handmade,
Yeah.
and so many people are touching them, and the glass making from Crystal Valley, so it really grew very close to my heart. And now if one bead is like um,
Dropping on the ground.
dropping on the ground, I'm going and searching for it. Before I was like, oh, okay, just one bead from the thousands we have. But now that I've seen how hard is it to make one bead, then I really really care for it much more. So I want to thank you for showing me this, because I don't think I would ever come to something this personal through working.
I think we discovered what's really happening in the Crystal Valley and beyond in the beading manufacturers together. So yeah, that was also a nice adventure. And any other questions that you would like to answer?
Andrea, when will you start to be the designs of the boxes? I already did start with Aniko, I think 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I did one piece of earring, not a pair, just one piece.
But Aniko is visiting again soon,
Yes.
so you can continue.
Yes, Aniko is coming actually this Thursday already.
Aniko!
So I will now try to make one bracelet, which will be probably even usable, because one earring is not so much. Yeah, so I'm starting. Nice questions, thank you.
And a last one, Laura's, and then we will go to the bead shop.
Sure.
So Laura says, are there big changes between your vision of the academy and your first meeting together to what it is today? I think the basics are there, but it grew. The concept was there from the beginning.
Yes, it's Erika's concept, and I think we kind of implemented it as you had in mind. So the basic structure, I think, is the same. What we did improve is the how to make it happen, actually, because a vision is one thing, and usually there are awesome boards with so many beautiful pictures of beads and everything, and then you need to get those beads. So we did a lot of improvements there to be on time.
Yeah.
And also for the Treasury ladies to ship everything, because the workload is really peaking during these times, and the ladies are putting a lot of effort, care, and energy to ship everything well. And I'm really proud of them, how in the last few months or even last year they are exceeding all the standards they set, and they are breaking one record after the other of making you happy as fast as possible.
Yeah, so I think what goes out with the academy, that did not change, just got better. But what's happening, how you make it happen, your part, that is like unbelievable. That it became like rocket science. And because it is a difference when we started out with 150 Beadingschool Academy students, and now we are close to 500. And that is a very big difference. And
Yes.
You are making it happen actually faster than the 150 boxes in the beginning.
That's true. But it's the team, not me, who is making it
together. And Andi, thank you for answering these questions. And let's now return to the screen. And do you want to tell us what is new today?
Oh, I didn't prepare for that.
Do you want to tell us, or should I? I don't want to force you, of course.
I can tell the first few, and then maybe you can help me
Yeah,
out.
of course, Andi.
So we have a bunch of pinch beads,
Mhm.
and we did select these during our last trip to Crystal Valley.
Together.
Yes, yes. So that's why I was like, okay, I can start, and now you can continue.
So they are available in different bead bundles. You created 8 bead bundles.
You selected too many colors.
Someone is blaming me. No. Ladies, please help me, because otherwise she will tell me that,
no, this is the two of us.
You can't fit into the treasury, so we have to empty a shelf.
No, it's when we go to the Crystal Valley, it's like never-ending heaven, and then it's impossible to stop selecting.
Indeed, I want this and that, and the third one, and the 15th one. But also, for example, we had this beautiful purple color of round glass beads in the last Beadingschool Academy team box, and now we have it available in 5 sizes, and it's also bundled up. So that's also new. Then the pinch beads 1 by 1, and
another catch from our trip.
Yes, this and this and this. 6mm fire polished round beads. Bubblegum pink, what a nice name.
I think Timmy came up with this one.
Iceberg blue, seafoam green. That is very, very creative.
Timmy is improving a lot.
I know that this was a very hard task for her at the beginning, to come up with names when we don't have names from the manufacturers, only numbers. But of course, we want to call the colors or the components some nice, inspiring names. Yes. So these are beautiful. So we are using 6mm round fire polished beads in the new design. So that's why we also have new colors, and they are awesome colors. But also
you selected them, so
I'm proud of myself. Can I be proud of myself?
Yes, we are all proud of you.
Thank you. And we also have a big bunch of new Miyuki seed beads in the size 8, because that's also something that we are playing with these days. Quite a big bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Do we again have to empty the shelf so you fit?
Indeed. That's the constant reminder of the ladies in the treasury. Andrea, we need more shelves. And I was like, we need to squeeze it in.
And Erika wants more colors. Yeah, so I'm already on the 2nd page, but still more pinch beads. And more size 8 Miyukis. Oh my god, this is great. Duracoat opaque kumquat. I want that. And also the opaque seafoam luster matte. And 24 karat gold plated pinch beads. Didn't you bring me any of those?
I think I did, actually, but you wanted to set up your camera, so we didn't pack it.
Yes, true. And look at this 6mm fire polished one, melon orange. That sounds and looks beautiful. Oh my god. And also the cerise, that looks amazing. Good colors. Okay. And Susie likes the golden pinch beads too. Oh, and then we are also back to last week's novelties, the metal components and the cabochons. And we also picked up this eye pins and head pins actually in the Crystal Valley. So that is something that we want to work on also in the future, that we want to have the basic metal findings made in Europe. So these are already from that category. We set up a different category in the metal findings part, so you can easily recognize. So these new eye pins and head pins are made in the Czech Republic. So that's wonderful. And if we look at the Treasury restock part, then it's also worth to check it out. I will change the code to reach it. And Andi, which one is your favorite color from the pear cabochons, by the way? Do you have a favorite?
I love the one which was in the box, the purpley one.
Ooh, all the
Yes.
purple ones are so
Yes,
beautiful.
they were very beautiful. These were very hard to get, and we were calling with the lady, the manufacturer, back and forth that we need more, we really need more. Like, you come up with some new things, and there is not enough for our ladies there, so that's not good.
Yeah.
So they did what they could, and they were producing more and more. Sorry.
No worries. No worries. Thank you so much for arranging that. Also, the purple version of this milky color and the dark emerald. Oh my god. Those are beautiful. And we have again the hyacinth shine cabochons, and we have again the filigree from the box. And we have again the chains with the beads. Those were gone so fast when they appeared for the first time. And mini diamond duos also in a bunch of colors, and wax solos are back. And the 11mm shot-on roses in Crystal Volcano. I do actually need more of those.
I did see what is coming, and it's very difficult for me to keep these things in secret, you know. So usually I should not see it too soon. Something very, very beautiful is on Erika's desk.
Yes, I would say advent calendar. Yes,
so
definitely.
I have to shut my mouth and not say anything. Erika even gave me a nice pendant to my hand, so if I'm nervous, then I can play with it. And the first thing I wanted to do is just to show it to you ladies. Look how it's nice.
You can.
But this is for Advent as well.
But this is something that we already showed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I hope my nails are clean. It's lovely. So this is what I was playing with the whole time until...
An emotional support pendant. Yes. I often do that. Yeah. You also restocked gem duos. The ionic colors were very popular.
All the ionic, yes. We managed to get them again. Dory did, actually.
Dory, thank you. I hope Dory will also join me once on screen like this. Did I just scare her very much?
She is the one restocking today, so maybe yes.
Probably yes. Sorry, Dory. Big hugs. Sorry. Please take the emotional support pendant to Dory so she can calm down tomorrow. Yeah, and some of the fire polished beads and 12mm crystal AB Preciosa Rivoli basic that we need all the time. And then some more size 8 Miyuki.
We did prepare a lot for today. I did see the we have now a big trolley. That's how it's called.
Like a thing that you push.
Yes. So the one for today was so full. Wow. So that it's really worth to check both the new and the restock as well.
Oh, especially I see the Chartreuse Mat Picasso size 8. That's one of my favorite colors. And vibe duos, and more wax solos. We haven't been playing with vibe duos for a while. We should.
It's one of my favorite shape.
It's so cute. You should bead with it something, Andi. Oh, and 3mm crystal aurum full Preciosa Bicons, also like basics.
Yeah, these were out of stock for quite a while. The aurum Bicons and also the chatons.
Yeah.
So now we have back also the Monte Carlo and the crystal aurum.
Nice. I love the Monte Carlo also, the deeper golds.
Yes, they are both lovely.
And the true twos in the 24 karat gold are back. I'm adding them to my cart. Also this. I need them, absolutely. But back to the screen. So I would like to thank you for being so brave and joining me.
Oh, thank you for convincing me. It was not that bad.
No, it was not that bad. I hoped you will say you had a wonderful time.
I had a wonderful, stressful time. No.
You did so well, Andi.
Thank you. Guys.
Everything what you start, you do it so well.
Thank you.
Even if you are like facing a new task, or if it's something vulnerable for you, then I know that we can always count on you, that you will make it work, or you will share it with us and we will talk about it. And
thank you.
It's wonderful to work together with you, and it's like seriously one of the biggest gifts. I keep repeating this, that one of the biggest gifts in my life, that we came back together in our adulting.
You see, we are so serious in this adulting.
So thank you so much for adulting together, and I'm really looking forward to all the next 5 years and the next adventures. And ladies, also thank you for being here with us, for trusting Beadingschool with your precious bead orders, for laughing with us from time to time, for keeping us company like today.
I really appreciate. Thank you.
See you on Thursday with a new No One Has to Be the One design. This time it will be Zuzi's cute motif. Check it out between the events, please, at beadingschool.com. That's what do you need. It's already there. And I am looking forward to beading with you again. Thank you, ladies. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget about this opportunity to get Veronika's tutorial, and wishing you lots of creative ideas. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.